This story starts off long ago. The story of the samurai. A day before the emperor was about to announce that samurais are illegal to be. 8 samurai have formed powers beyond belief. Nature, earth, fire, water, ice, air, light, and darkness. With these powers, they can become the most formidable samurai in the world. The ones of nature, plant, which is forest, water, light, and earth, said that they should train their powers so then they can teach it to others. So then they can become good people, protect lands, while destroyers. Fire, ice, darkness, and air said that they can conquer all of the world with their powers. So, with this argument, it would cause a civil war. The samurai family grouped up to show that they had over 100 men and women in each family who were samurai that gained their powers. Each one had 200 in it. The children do not count. So, it caused a civil war. The nature was about to win until the emperor ordered that they had to stop. They can take over the world easily with this new power that they have. And he says, I do not see why we have to fight. We can no longer protect our people. We must fight to take over these lands. The samurai of nature just dropped their weapons and walked away out of the palace. With their powers that they discovered, they started to make buildings, temples, castles, palaces. They made it all. They brought people to live here. The forest samurai live in the forest of Japan, specifically the Suicide Forest, since it's the largest one to house a palace that size and a village of that size. The daimyo that guarded the place let them use it, since he was a part of the forest samurai. Water, earth, and light chose to live in the forest. But after knowing people die here, they have to move to the forest of heaven. So yeah, I'm just gonna call it the forest of heaven since it's a long name. I do not really want to call it anything else than that. It's basically where the Japanese people believe where the gods can connect to Earth. If you guys know about that forest, Google it down below. Just put it in the comments below. So yeah, continuing on. So they house themselves there. They build a palace, walls stronger than steel, a palace for a shogun. And the shogun they got. The leaders of the forest, water, light, and forest, water, light, and earth samurai tribes decide to duel for the title of shogun. And so they did. Eventually, the forest one had the three samurai tribe leaders on their knees. Then he said, "I will not kill you. It's no longer dishonor. Since we are rogue samurai, we will hide here forever, unless we decide to take back the place we belong to." As all the samurai saluted to the leader of the forest tribe, so he, or is it she, became shogun. The leaders of the earth, water, and light samurai tribes were put into daimyo rank, and the second in command, the shogun's sister, was put into daimyo rank. Much further on, now we're in the age where Musashi met Inco, but not in the usual way. Musashi was in the fire group. Now, Endeavor, the Todoroki family, or anyone else that are not inside the Fire Samurai tribe. They're not all heroes are in the tribe. Only 2 are samurai. Only 2 pro heroes are actually samurai. Those 2 will be, well, only 1 for right now, Inco. So yeah. Inco was chosen to see if she can take back the throne, since she is the daimyo of the forest tribe. She didn't have a son, so she didn't really see it as a really wasteful life. So she fought Musashi. The new emperor just smiled. Then something magical happened. The 2 samurai fell in love. Musashi ran from the fire tribe. He was their daimyo. So, after he left the palace gates with Inco, the forest tribe helped Musashi to get to the forest palace. They know Musashi is an enemy, or from the enemy, but they want to see on what their son will be. Each tribe has never gone far from their family's powers or quirks. Inco practices her quirk, since she is a pro hero. The only thing that they worry about is the shogun, Inco's brother, who, like all the other 4 shogun, hate the other tribe, the enemy tribes, the Emperor's samurai. He only liked their allies. So Musashi was kept low and key, always having to wear forced samurai clothing. Then, one day Musashi was caught in his regular red armor. He was thrown out of the palace while Inco just gave birth. So, then the Emperor saw that Musashi was crawling back to them. He just laughed. As he ordered a samurai, one of the Japanese monks, that had a mind control quirk, use his quirk on him. So he did, manipulating his memory to think that he was kidnapped by the forest tribe. So when Musashi woke up, he was filled with rage for anyone of the forest tribe, but was not told to go back. They would be preparing to destroy the nature tribe. Now we skip to when Zuko is young. He's training with his mother on how to use his powers. He is related to the great shogun of the forest tribe, so he's given a lot of respect. So when Inco is out on her missions as hero work, the shogun, basically, at first it was basically the Nobushis that took care of Izuku of the nature tribe. But then when Inko's brother Kensei, yes, he's a Kensei, and he was named Kensei. So yeah, when Kensei was found out about Izuku, Inko was scared that he might kill Izuku, being related to the fire tribe. But he grabbed Izuku and hugged him, saying that him and the Nobushis would take care of Izuku, would train him to be a great samurai. So yeah. So yeah. Now Izuku wanted to learn his physical movements. So yeah, he practiced dancing, fighting, everything he needs to know. Izuku is a master at the bow. He can shoot a target from the top of the mountains. He got taught from the shinobis of the tribe how to use ninjutsu. He used the techniques perfectly. He learned the arts of illusions. His body is enhanced to semi-superhuman. He learned to flash step, but he could do it in the two different ways: run You can do it all the ways, even teleport. So yeah. So one thing about every daimyo is that they have to earn their name. They have to do something to deserve the name daimyo. So Zuko is given a regular Nobushi hat and mask. Now, Kensei wanted to make Izuku maybe a Kensei or a Orochi, but Izuku, because Izuku seemed to like to use an Okatana, but Izuku chose the Nobushi outfit. So yeah. So Izuku mainly trains with Nobushis. And it's basically the first male Nobushi. So yeah. But Izuku's also the strongest one. So yeah. Izuku is looking out upon the land from the palace top. When he sees red samurai coming in, they're burning the forest. Izuku can make his army, but he's not allowed to lead into a fight. So yeah, Zuko decided to do it himself, as he starts making pods via making vines form into a pod-like shape, and then spitting out fully armored samurai armies. So now he can summon samurai soldiers, samurai captains, samurai shield captains, samurai commanders, and samurai archers. So yeah, Izuku. So yeah, Izuku knows that he's not allowed to lead a charge, but he orders the archers to fire on any that tried to climb their walls. Izuku makes a naginata as he starts running towards the fire samurai. It's a small battalion, around 100 men and women. So when Izuku jumps down, he starts killing off the fire samurai. So yeah. So the shogun sees archers firing at something as he goes over to ask them what they're doing. The archers then just say, "Fire samurai, over there," as they point towards a green Nobushi fighting off red samurai. Kensei then recognizes the armor, Zuko, So yeah, Izuku starts trapping them with vines, and then just executing them. So yeah, Izuku So Izuku's naginata is thrown away from him as he grabs his okatana and slices off the hands of a samurai, a red samurai. Then he sees, out of the corner of his eye, he sees blue armor coming in. As he notices water being sprayed upon the forest fires. So yeah. Zuko keeps on fighting these red samurai as his uncle Kensei comes over to help Izuku out. So yeah, Zuko fights with his uncle upon these red samurai scum. While fighting, Zuko notices his uncle gets shot in the leg as he falls over. Zuko thinks of a way to stop this as he then just says this. Watch us fire. Then the archers start firing their arrows, making the samurai commander pull up his shield. Izuku takes this as a chance and takes out his okatana and stabs the commander. Zuko sees that he has a orochi. Zuko sees that the commander has an orochi, one of the longest katanas in the world. Wait, no, orochi? No, it's an nodachi. So yeah, Zuko sees that the commander has an nodachi and takes it out out of his sheath. Izuku then kicks the commander away from his uncle as the archers stop firing. Izuku then kicks the shield away from his hand. As the man gets up, his neck is met with two blades in a position to cut off their head. Izuku lets one of his arms calm down, and that one is the one that's carrying the nodachi. As Izuku moves the blade a little more, as he tilts the blade up more, the guy starts following the movements. So yeah. Izuku then asks his uncle if he's okay. While doing this, Izuku is looking towards his uncle and putting his hand in a thumbs up position and then make it go to the side and down then he sees that the commander puts his fingers up in a way for mercy. So he's saying this is good. Is there wait a minute. Oh, it's good. Izuku then Count Dooku's him with both the nodachi and the okatana. So yeah. Izuku takes the sheath and puts it on him. As he puts it, and then he puts his okatana under, well, this. He basically just hides his okatana in his jacket type thing. So yeah. He helps his uncle up as he asks if he's okay. Yes, I am okay. You did a good fight, Izuku. Thank you. We defended our home from this invasion. Then a blue samurai says that one is getting away. The blue samurai points to a dot that's riding a horse trying to get away from the thing. Then his uncle is telling for archers to get archers down here. He says, no, it'll be too late by then. As he then grabs a bow from an archer from a dead archer, and readies his bow as he shoots the arrow, piercing the guy through the head. Okay, now none of them are getting away. So Kensei looks around at the mess as he then orders for Izuku to clean this up, since it is his mess. Izuku then just says, alright. As Izuku then asks for a earth, water, and light samurai to come down here for help with this. Okay. So yeah, Izuku uses his vines to hide the bodies under the earth, as the earth samurai just covers them up. Water makes sure that there's mud under it, so no one can find it at all. And now the light and Izuku make sure that both Izuku just makes sure that there's grass growing, since Izuku can only generate grass as well as use vines to manipulate them. So yeah, Izuku has vine manipulation and grass generation, but Izuku cannot, generate grass and turn it into bamboo. He's not up to that level yet. So yeah. Izuku goes to his room and just rests, as he then sees a box with something in it. Zuko opens it to see a new hat and a new mask. Basically, now it's looking like the one in the picture right here. So yeah. Oh yeah, and this is Izuku's okatana. Yep. Okay, back to the video. So yeah, Izuku hangs the Nodachi on his wall, as he would now start to prepare to learn how to use it. So yeah. So then Zuko is called to the shogun's room, or where the throne room is. So yeah, Izuku puts on the mask and grabs his naginata and heads up there. Yes, uncle? Do you need something? Oh, yes, Izuku. I just want to tell you that you completed the task. You're now a daimyo. What about Mom? Oh, I'm getting too old to be shogun. And plus I'm 60. Right. So, now what? Well, your mom is going to challenge me for the title of shogun. Oh. Will I get to watch? Of course. And now I'll just retire and head towards my room. Understood. So yeah. But now that you are now daimyo, you'll be paid in land and food. Well, I mean, you can legit generate food at your will, cooked or raw. Yeah, true. So now what? Okay. There's a play there. So yeah. Oh yeah, it'll also be. So yeah. Now I'm letting you use your full ability since you're now a daimyo. So basically, go find a piece of land and create the palace you want. Understood. But don't start today. Do it tomorrow. Of course. I must watch the battle. Yeah. Anyways, go get ready. Your mom is coming soon, so the fight will be soon. Understood. Zuko walks towards his room. As he's not really he was never thought he would be a daimyo this fast. He's actually the youngest daimyo. He's the youngest daimyo in all of their family, in the 4 tribes. Zuko is basically 14 right now, and has been homeschooled. So yeah, Zuko. Zuko creates a treasure chest filled with treasure, filled with yen, diamonds, and everything else. So yeah, Izuku then goes to basically the Japanese government to ask for a pile of land. So yeah. Izuku is given land of a countryside. Oh, if you guys are wondering how does Izuku get past the samurai that basically guard the city, Izuku did not wear anything and just used his horse and was just riding his horse that was carrying the treasure chest behind it. So yeah. So yeah. Also, Zuko is not wearing any of his armor. He was just wearing normal clothes. The fire samurai asked for some identification. So Zuko reached in his pocket to pull out a piece of paper. They read it, and they look up to Zuko to see him with a nodachi, and their heads are now cut off. So yeah. Now this part is actually far away from the city. So yeah. Zuko travels down and gets some land from the Japanese government, and it's approved by the emperor. So yeah. Nah, Zuko just goes to the countryside of so yeah, Zuko just goes to the countryside of Japan. And he makes a palace. So yeah, Zuko makes a palace in the countryside of Japan. And yeah. So yeah. Zuko then heads home to basically actually no. You know what? Zuko just makes a little house for him. So yeah, Zuko does not make a house at all. He just asks some underground samurai to manipulate the earth to make a cavern for him. So they agree and Zuko gives him the treasure. So yeah. Zuko makes a underground. No. Zuko just stays at the palace. So yeah. And when Inco comes home, so yeah. Shogun just gives Izuku a giant pile of land around 100 miles away from the palace. So yeah. Since agreement was made to the emperor and the nature samurai tribe, that they get one half of Japan while he gets the other. So yeah, if anyone wants to go to like a calm place, they go to the nature side of Japan. So yeah. So Izuku starts making a whole place, and yeah, while working there. So yeah, at the end of the day, Izuku is done, and now it's time basically to go back home, so he doesn't miss the fight. So yeah, Izuku smiles that he's actually made his own palace, and then he starts making armies ready for war. Now these armies are basically cloned from each other. Some can be female and male. So yeah. So Izuku heads back home to basically go see. So yeah, actually, Izuku's whole land place is basically the bottom part of the mountain where the palace is at. So yeah, so Izuku makes his own little fortress. Izuku just makes. So yeah, Zuko just makes a palace towards So yeah, Zuko just makes a palace south from 100 miles south from the Shogun Palace. So yeah, Zuko puts his pods down. Well, creates the pods to make his army. And yeah, now each of the pods can, so basically there's army, soldiers, captains, shield captains, and commanders, and archers. So there's 5 different pods, and each of them can make two gendered soldiers. Not like two. They both carry 2 genders. Like one soldier that comes out of the pods can be male, and the other one that comes out can be female. So yeah. So it's gender equal. So yeah. So Zuko goes back to the palace to go watch the fight. So yeah. So Izuku watches his mother take down his uncle. At the end they both laugh, and Inco helps him up as she sits upon the throne. So yeah. Now Izuku actually took the same area as his mother did. So yeah. Zuko just smiles now that he's ready. He's finally a daimyo. Something he's been dreaming of. So yeah. Now if you guys know what type of samurai Inko is, she is a kensei. Like her brother. So yeah. She then asks for Izuku to come over towards her, and Izuku does. So yeah. Inka then announces that Izuku is the new forest daimyo, and that he'll be taking the south side of Japan and make an army there. So yeah. Izuku just smiles at this. So after the whole thing, Izuku decides he'll become a hero, like his mother. And yeah. Now, Inko's brother does take over the throne when she's out. And yeah. So yeah, Izuku. So yeah. Izuku is. So yeah, Izuku just goes to the city and applies for UA. So yeah. One day, Izuku's at a basically let's think of it. Ooh, I got it. So Izuku is at a Jamba Juice in Japan. I'm gonna say they have that there, okay? I'm not sure they do have it, but I'm gonna say they do. So yeah, Zuko is a geologist in Japan, and he accidentally bumps into a red-haired girl, not an orange-haired girl. Why do we even call them redheads? Their hair's not specifically red; it's orange. Makes no sense. So yeah, why don't we just call them orange heads? I mean, so yeah, why not that? It's just weird to call someone with orange hair redhead. But anyways, I'm running out of video time, so yeah. Izuku. So then, this girl and Izuku talk as she says her name is Kendo. So yeah. So then they talk about their backgrounds. She then remarks that Zuko looks like a samurai. So which class is when is he? So yeah. So then she lists off the fire, darkness, air, or ice. Izuku then thinks of a quick answer for that. So yeah. Oh yeah, if you guys are wondering why doesn't Inco get arrested for being a forest samurai? Well, it's because all samurais are allowed to go into the town, but they're not allowed to go to the emperor's palace. So yeah. So yeah. Izuku then just says that he's a forest samurai, and he's planning to become a hero like his mother. And he says he's planning to go UA, and Kendo says, "Oh, me too." So yeah. Then Kendo and Izuku start learning to fight with each other. So yeah. But Izuku outranks Kendo in form, skill, and practice. Well, except for quirk practice, although since he does not really use quirk, is vine manipulation power yet for all that much. Because his vine manipulation is supposed to evolve into bamboo, but it's never happened. So yeah. Now it's basically like a half and half quirk, bamboo and vine, but usually it's basically between. So yeah. Now there is a third power that Zuko does not know about. I'm not gonna say what it is. So yeah. So then the day after, they get ready for UA. That's the end of part 1. Bye guys.